Mr. Speaker, I rise in opposition to the bill today. I do so in friendship with the sponsors, and really to just share with the majority and the Speaker why this bill, I think, deserves to be opposed. I associate myself with the comments from Assemblywoman Shapisi. I think she made excellent points. I don't need to repeat them. And I absolutely agree that our schools in New Jersey should be teaching fundamental American values like tolerance and equality and diversity. My opposition to the bill really stems from the mandate to teach our high school students about unconscious bias, and the concept that I think has not a lot of support in the social sciences. I think it's a very questionable sort of idea. To push it on 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds in their high school classroom, I think could send a lot of wrong messages. Essentially, as I see it, lessons and classes on unconscious bias are telling teenagers, adolescents, high school students in New Jersey that they're biased, they're bigoted, and they don't even know it. And they have to remove that from their character. It tells other students that get these lessons that they're actually victims of unconscious racism and bigotry. And to me, it divides classrooms, divides schools into those who are, our official curriculum will be telling some that you're biased and you don't even know it, and it'll be telling others that you're the victims. At a time when we should be coming together, it seems to me it divides student bodies and creates a class of kids who will question themselves and their character when they haven't done anything to merit being questioned and having their character questioned. And it has the potential to create others, a class of students who believe themselves to be victims, not independent and empowered agents to overcome obstacles in life, but rather to blame those people who are bigoted against me and they don't even know it. I don't think that's healthy for our education system. And I was thinking about this bill a lot in the last 24 hours. I spoke with my wife about it and what to do down here when it came up. And my wife actually gave me one of her favorite quotes from a United States president. The president's name wasn't Lincoln or Reagan. The president's name was Clinton. And in President Clinton's inaugural address in 1993, he said something like, "There is nothing wrong with America that can't be cured with what is right about America." And I think that is a wonderful insight and can really be used in 2020 to fix a lot of the problems and address a lot of the grievances and address a lot of the issues that we're facing here in 2020. You want to teach kids in high school about equality? Teach them the Declaration of Independence. All men are created equal, endowed by the Creator with certain inalienable rights. Among those rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You teach those values right, you're going to address racism and bigotry and intolerance in your schools. You want to teach about social justice? Teach about Martin Luther King and his struggles for social justice, who, by the way, founded his struggles for social justice in part on the Declaration of Independence, also in part, of course, in the Bible. You want to talk about inclusion or heroism and diversity? Talk about the friendship between Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. I mean, this is a former slave who educated himself. Frederick Douglass, one of the most eloquent defenders of the American experiment that we've ever had in our country. We don't need unconscious bias training. What we need is to teach our kids what's best about America. And all of these values, equality and tolerance and diversity, that is in our DNA as Americans, and it always has been. Notwithstanding what the New York Times and the 1619 Project and all those other things are trying to tell us now in 2020. There's nothing wrong with our country that can't be fixed with what is right about our country, and that's why I oppose this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.